Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. After yesterday's one directional move, yesterday we're going on a 30-minute time frame. After yesterday's one directional move, you guys can see here, green, green, green. Today, it spent the day chopping, setting up for the next move. Is it setting up for a breakout? Is it setting up for a breakout? We will talk about this and what the signs are. Overall, though, didn't really see anything bearish about what happened today. Unfortunately, it was chopping. I wrote in my general lean this morning that I was favoring that SPY could just keep on popping to fill in the next gap. We had another gap here around 439.5ish, and then maybe we'll pull back. But market makers had other plans. I had a level here that I'm watching, 135. You guys can see here this 135 level. It served as a tough resistant level. All right, we had a gap down here back on June 23rd, and around where that gap was, it served as resistant and pushed downwards. And so definitely I was watching 135. We broke it out yesterday. Today we tested as resistant, had a false breakdown setup. You can see it better on a 15-minute chart right there. We had a breakdown of 435, then recaptured 435, and it hit my target around 437, closed above it on the 15-minute chart, and then we got a false breakout setup, which triggered a nice level-to-level move back to the downside. See, this level-to-level trading, it's tough to predict, guys. It's tough to predict what the market's going to do. A lot of times, it's predictability is tough with the SPY. So the best we can do is just react, identify the levels, the setups, and just trade it unbiased. You guys already know that I always say the false breakdowns and the false breakouts are the two greatest trade setups of all time, because these setups is what the market uses to trap us retail traders. So I always say, instead of being a victim to these trade setups, we can trade those setups, use it to our advantage. We know this is a manipulated, aka managed market, so why not play the traps? Level to level style. Level to level takes out the greed, right? Takes out the greed. You can always leave a runner if you believe in more of the move. That's my style, guys. That's my style. All I care about is my P&L. And I hope you guys feel the same way. But as of right now, like I said, I'm not seeing anything bearish. And this this setup could be bullish. Getting ready for that breakout. We go to the 4-hour chart here. I got a chart on the 4-hour chart, because if we go to the daily, okay, so it's gone. But earlier, there was this big old wick that extended up to the 453 level. If I go to my Sheep's Den chat room, I posted a picture of it. Look at that. It was a big old wick, went up to 453. But I'm looking at the chart now. I don't see it, which is cool. But yeah, 437.14. That's my 1.5 Fibonacci extension level. Tested it multiple times last Wednesday and again today, a week later. Got some defense. All right. So obviously the market recognizes this level, and that's the level that needs to clear. Look to long tomorrow above 437. All right. Look to long tomorrow above 437. You guys know the market just can't go straight up. It went straight up yesterday, but today got to consolidate. That's what it looked like. Just choppy, complex price action, consolidating. If we want more upside, 437 is our trigger to enter longs. Well, I would have 438.5, 440 to 439.5 zone. That 439.5 to 440 zone, that's the gap fill from June 16th. And if that can clear 441.5, that's my 1.618 fib extension level. That will be in play. And then June high, which is around 443.9-ish, okay? Now, some of you guys might tear me up in the comment section today, but I believe if we can clear 437 tomorrow, I'm favoring we go test the June high. All right, I'm favoring we go test the June high. 4-hour chart. It could be a cup forming for all I know. All right, maybe get a double top before the reversal for all I know. But I'm just saying, as if it can clear 437 tomorrow, I'll be looking to long, and I would favor a test of June high. However, just because I favor a test of June high, I'm still going to play it level to level. So if I long 437, I'll probably take most profits around 438.5 to 440 zone, around that gap fill. And then I'll leave a runner in case I am right. I can make more money if we go hit the June high. All right, I'll lower my risk, take most profit at the first target, and then I'll leave a runner. If I'm wrong, I'll cut loss. Okay, no problem, cut loss. And that's only in play if we clear 437 tomorrow. The market is chopping, it's setting up for something. The market goes from trend phase to chop phase. All right, yesterday was a chop day. Will tomorrow be a trend day? Well, a trend day to the upside will need to clear 437. All right, now you also see that 435 down to 434.5 zone defended as support today. We had buying pressure there. That's a buy zone. So to cancel this buy zone, we need to see sell orders strong enough to break down this zone. So with that being said, I would be bearish tomorrow below 434.5. That's actually around where my 5 daily moving averages. I don't talk about the moving average that often, but I do use them. And yeah, the 5-day moving average is around 434.7, sloping up a little bit, but you guys can see on the smaller time frame right here, 434.5 to the 435 zone served as support. So okay, so that's our chop range. All right, 434.5 to 437. Watch for the breakout of that range. Above 437, I already said I'll be bullish, but if we break below 434.5, I would be bearish, and I would favor we go back down and test 432.7. That's my 1.382 Fibonacci extension level, which is weaker now. Okay, now I want to remind us that every rally that we've had so far, at least since March of earlier this year, March 13th, it started with a false breakdown setup. We recently had a false breakdown setup of the 432.7 level. Now, obviously, to cancel it, we need to break down the 432.7 level. That would be pretty bearish, in my opinion. It cancels the bullish setup, and it breaks down a critical support level that is, I would assume, it's weaker now because we tested it earlier this week and late last week. All right, so I would assume there's less buy orders there. All right, so below 434.5 and 432.7, I'm bearish. I'll favor a test of 429.6, and the trend line, this pink trend line, is now 427.5. Below 427.5, a break of this trend line, bears would be back in control. All right, so let's follow the price action. Let's be sheeps. I'm gonna say it one more time. Above 437, bullish. Below 434.5, bearish. Whatever the price action gives you, work with it. Follow it to the best of your ability. No greed, level to level style. If you want to catch a home run, do it with your runners. All right, now triple Q, we broke out of that falling wedge yesterday, okay? Falling wedge. You guys see the falling wedge. Today, back tested as support, got some buying pressure. All right, and we also tried to put in a higher low around that 363 level multiple times, and it bounced at the end of the day. So if triple Q wants to give us a higher high, it needs to stay above 364.8 and clear that 366 level. All right, we had some selling pressure there today. So if it clears 366, we'll likely go for the higher high, put in 368 and 370 in play. All right, I would be bearish below 363 and 361.5. Because we had buying pressure from 363 today, you guys can see that a breakdown of that level would cancel all that buy order and would be a very bearish sign. Put in 361.5, 360, and 357.5 back in play. All right, so below 363, bearish. Above 366, bullish. Trade and target that higher high. IWM, I said yesterday, we are bouncing. We are bouncing from this yellow trend line. Critical support, that's bullish, but we need to see some follow through by clearing 183.3. IWM did that. IWM did exactly that. So to show follow through 183.3, Must continue to hold that support, so price needs to stay above it. Clear 185 to put 187 and 190 and 192.5 in play, all right? If you're back below 183.3 or 181.8, that's a false breakout, and that is when I would switch back to bearish, okay? Tesla. We had a beautiful trade set up on Tesla. For tier 1 members, I wrote the bull case and the bear case, okay? And we talk about the neckline. If the neckline is recaptured, meaning closing and trading above 250 to 250.5 zone, bull case is in play with 252.5 and 255 in play. If these levels recaptured, we got a full-blown false breakdown set up on our hands with 258, 260, and 262 in play. We managed to get as high as 259.88. Didn't quite hit all my levels, came up a little short, but I did mention above 250 to 250.5 zone would be a recapture. That would be bullish, bull case in play, and it did give us a nice pop to the upside. So based on this structure, a recapture of the neckline, support for tomorrow, critical support is now at 251.5. All right. If Tesla decides to backtest to try to confirm this breakout, that's the level that must hold. All right. And if it can clear 258 to hit higher targets, that would be great as well. All right, like I said, 260, 262.5 and 265 would be the higher upside target if we can clear 258. All right, this recapture is canceled if it drops back below 250. Below 250, that would be a good time to swing shorts, because this would be likely be a lower high and will probably likely go down to a lower low. That would be a very good move. Okay, 250, stay bullish above it. Look for that breakout 258. If you're bearish, look for that breakdown of 250. All right. Apple, another new all-time high. All right. Another new all-time high. What can we say? Can't argue with the price action. What are we going to do? Argue with the price? We're going to tell market makers to drop it back down for us? They're not going to listen. Although it looks pretty unhealthy. Man, it's pretty steep. I said it yesterday, but what are we going to do? It cleared my 1.236 fib level at 188.4. It cleared it. So if you're a bear, you want to see it break back below to start us off with the false breakout setup, whether it gaps below it or legit breaks down below it. You want to see below 188.4, break down 187, and that orange steepy uptrend line is now at 183. Breakdown of 183 is when the bears will take over, and we're gonna get a nasty sell-off. But until then, guys, it's not looking bearish. And as long as above 188.4 and 183 lowest, bulls are still in control. All right. Meta had a decent trade setup today with Meta. I wrote to long above 286s in the trade ideas room. It managed to get as high as 289.3. Wasn't a big move, but hey, you're trading options. Check the delta. $3 moves, pretty good. And once again, though, we got a false breakout of that 288 level. False breakout of the 288 level. If you traded every false breakout of that 288 level, you probably made some good money. But look at where we bounced, right around that 284 level. All right? So, look, because of all that buying pressure, if we could see a breakdown of 284, that would be bearish to me. Cancel the buying pressure with 280.8 and 277.6. Previous pivot low right here. Okay, those levels would be in play. Play it level to level, leave some runners, put some time on them contracts. However, if it can stay above 284, and if it can clear 285.7 and 288, all right, we got a double top, potential double top around this 289.5 to 290 zone. Could possibly test it for a third time there. And if we can clear that, that will obviously be very bullish. All right, so 284 is the equilibrium level. Stay bullish above it, but it got to clear some resistance starting with 285.7 and 288. But if we drop below 284, I would recommend looking to short with lower targets in play, okay? NVDA, the greatest, not the greatest stock, but it's definitely stock of 2023, had a nice trade idea today. It was beautiful. NVDA wrote this 9:29 a.m. right before market open. Long above 406.7, short below 404.5. Stay patient and use the levels. Got a FANG stock level, all the levels in there to help with entry and exit. And of course, I send out multiple updates throughout the day, giving us the trade setups that I can give us. All right, but it was, oh man, it was beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. 9:30 this morning, we broke out 406.7, long above it. We went as high as 418.44. A little disappointed because I mentioned in the group, I was like, guys, I favor we go test 419 based on this downtrend line. Figured we go test that again. But it came up a few cents shy of my target. Didn't get a wabam, but hey, all good. Looking like a cup and handle. Would y'all say that's a cup and handle? Maybe, maybe not. I'll say this though. We got this downtrend line, which is usually bearish. So for tomorrow, we got the test of it again. It was a pretty strong rejection if you ask me. For tomorrow, we want to see it to show follow through. Breakdown of 412, 409.5, and especially that 406.7 level. If those break down, guys, bearish, and we're likely to go down to a lower low. All right, the previous lower low was around 396.6. Very good chance if we break down those levels, especially 406.7, that we go to a lower low. Okay, guys, possible. It's also possible that we test this trend line, pull back a little bit, trying to consolidate for another breakout above. Let the price action guide you. If NVDA is above 412 tomorrow and it clears 414.5, another test of the trend line is at 417.5 now. It slopes down. That would be in play. If we break out 417.5, that would be bullish. A lot of people saying this is crazy. NVDA is not connected to reality. Guys, when has the market ever been connected to reality? Don't argue with the price action. We just want to make money. All right, so above 417.5 would be very bullish, with 419.5 and 424-ish in play. All right, that'll be a breakout of this downtrend line. Breakouts are bullish. Okay, you guys got my levels. Below 412, 409.5, and 46.7 are support. If those fail, that would be very bearish. Could get a lower low. All right, 4.5. 2.7 and 399 would be my targets to the downside. Okay, upside above 412, 414.5 and 417.5, those clear, that would be bullish. You guys got that? Okay, if Uncle Charles is talking fast, I'm gonna need you guys to listen fast, because this NVDA volatility is a blessing, but you gotta react fast. All right, and remember, Uncle Charles is a trader. We're just trading level to level. I'm not talking investments here. All right, I'm not telling anybody to invest in NVDA at these levels. All right, we're just trading it level to level, and I hope my levels can be of service to you guys for tomorrow. Somebody asked me about natural gas. They want me to cover natural gas. Well, here it is. Natural gas overall been in a downtrend. This is a penny stock. Overall been in a downtrend, but you know, since February early this year has been pretty much chopping. I do have fib levels that we can work with to provide some pivot points for us. I have it from March 3rd high down to April 6th low. And today, natural gas gave us a breakdown of the 61.8 fib level of 2.67. Okay, that's a breakdown, looking bearish here. As long as below 2.67, we can see more downside down to 255, 244, maybe down to 229. All right, if we can recapture 267, that would be a false breakdown setup. Maybe recapture 270, that would be great. That will put 275, 278, and 284 in play. All right, so below 267, bearish. Above it would be bullish. Okay, the VIX is not doing nothing. Anyways, getting very close to that 13.3 level. All right, if 13.3 fails, 12.6 and 11.3 are in play, guys. Lower low incoming. Got this blue trend line right here. It'll need to clear 14.4 for me to be bullish. I think if we break out this trend line, I think we'll get a really decent move to the upside, in my opinion. Up to 15.5, maybe go up to 17. But as of right now, it's looking bearish. 13.3 fails. Low targets are incoming. 1.2 billion in premium at that 436.2 level. All right, guys, if we gap above tomorrow, these dark pool orders might have been buy orders, pushing the market up, liquidity to help push the market up, But we gap down, could be bearish. All right, remember the levels I gave you for my own on my own chart. But 436.2, add that to your chart and label it dark pool level. All right, definitely an interesting pivot level to watch out for. The SPY filter for 500K premiums or above. It was bearish the last 2 days. It's been wrong the last 2 days. Bearish again today. QQQ bearish again, 83%. IWM 100% in the puts. What are these big money people thinking? Apple, Apple 91% in the puts. Tesla 54% in the calls. This one a little mixture, but calls came out on top. NVDA 64% in the puts. Interesting, guys. It's usually bullish, but now it's starting to turn bearish. Interesting. What am I missing? The VIX 100% in the calls, and I think that's it, right? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end this video, but thank you guys. If you want more content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. Other than that, have a great evening. Peace.